Well, I suppose 2022 in the world of pensions was dominated by two areas really. Firstly, you'd the massive piece of legislation that is known as IORP2, and secondly, you're looking at a transition to a new type of pension product in Ireland called master trusts. So IORP2 really ripped up the way that pension schemes are governed essentially. So schemes were really getting to grips with their obligations under IORP2 and what they needed to do. So the first half of 2022 was putting in plans in relation to the policies and areas they needed to work on in those schemes. And the second half involved putting those plans in place. Now, many schemes still have a lot to do, and we anticipate seeing that continue into 2023. The second area was in relation to master trusts. So master trusts are a new enough product in Ireland but relatively mature in the UK, and they're essentially multi-employer defined contribution style schemes. So we are seeing a lot of schemes moving towards master trusts in 2022, and this was driven primarily due to the IORP2 regulations that I just spoke of, and the fact that a lot of schemes were unable or unwilling to put up with the additional expense that would involve complying with IORP2, and so they moved into these master trusts. So we were involved in a lot of work, whether it's setting up master trusts or advising employers and trustees in relation to transitions to these new type of products. In terms of what we're expecting in 2023, I'd say the most anticipated piece of legislation and regulations and guidance that we're expecting in Ireland will concern auto-enrolment pensions, which are due to start in 2024. So auto-enrolment, it's a type of pension scheme that it's very familiar to countries around the world, particularly countries in the OECD. Ireland has a fairly good idea on what auto-enrolment's going to look like, but we still need the legislation behind that and also the guidance on how it will work in conjunction with the existing pensions framework that's in place in Ireland. So it'll be all change in 2023 in terms of the pensions landscape. We expect a lot of legislation, guidance and whatnot from the authority in relation to auto-enrolment. So that will make for a very busy year. 2023 is really going to be focused on IORP2 and the continued ramifications of complying with that piece of legislation. The Pensions Authority has issued guidance that they expect schemes, and the legislation requires this, to be compliant with IORP2 by the end of 2022. But the reality is that there will still be a lot of schemes that are playing catch up throughout 2023. So we anticipate a lot of work being required to assist schemes and provide guidance in what they need to do in terms of IORP2 compliance, and that's going to continue for the majority of the year.